Caitlin Clark is known for breaking records on the basketball court, but what if there was a side of her past that most people never knew? A time when the spotlight wasn't just on her insane three-pointers or clutch performances, but on something completely different. Before she became a household name in college basketball, there were moments captured that hardly anyone got to see. And once you do, you might never look at her the same way again. Caitlin has always had that competitive fire. Growing up in Iowa, she was the kind of kid who refused to lose, no matter what game she was playing. Her skills with a basketball were undeniable from a young age, but that wasn't the only thing that made her stand out. Those who knew her back then talk about her confidence, a kind of effortless presence that made people pay attention. It wasn't just her incredible athleticism. It was the way she carried herself on and off the court. And that's exactly what led to a moment in her life that almost no one talks about. Somewhere between dominating high school games and becoming a national sensation at Iowa, Caitlin found herself in front of a camera, but not in the way you'd expect. While most people recognize her from highlight reels, there was a brief period when she was stepping into a completely different kind of spotlight. It wasn't basketball jerseys and sneakers. It was something that caught people off guard. Few photos surfaced, and those who saw them were shocked. Not because they were controversial, but because they showed a completely different side of her. A side where she wasn't draining shots from the logo, but instead carrying herself with the same poise and confidence in an entirely different setting. The thing about Caitlin is that she doesn't just dominate, she owns every space she steps into. Whether it's the court or an unexpected moment in front of a camera, she commands attention. Those who have been around her say it's almost impossible not to notice. That's exactly why these rare moments of her past, the ones most people were never supposed to see, feel so surprising. It wasn't that she was trying to hide them, it's just that basketball always took center stage. But here's the twist. While some might think this was an attempt at a different career path, the truth is much simpler. It wasn't about chasing fame outside of basketball. It was about confidence. Caitlin never needed a runway or flashing lights to prove she belonged somewhere. She already had that energy, that presence, that it factor that separates the greats from everyone else. Whether holding a basketball or standing still for a camera, she was always going to be unforgettable. This is what makes her story so unique. Most athletes stick to one lane, never stepping outside of what people expect from them. But Caitlin? She's never been the type to follow the usual rules. That's exactly why she's not just a great player. She's a phenomenon. Every move she makes, every shot she takes, every record she shatters, it's all proof that she was built for the spotlight, no matter where it finds her. Now, as she continues making history on the court, those rare moments from her past remind us of one thing. Caitlin Clark was never just a basketball player. She was always something more. Whether it was in front of a crowd, a camera, or millions of fans watching from home, one thing was always clear. When Caitlin Clark is in the picture, you can't look away. So, what do you think about this unexpected side of her story? Have you ever come across any of these rare moments yourself? Share your thoughts, and make sure you don't miss out on more unbelievable stories just like this one.